The greatest danger after 60 is not illness you can see. It is the silent shrinking of your muscles that can steal your ability to stand, to walk, even to live on your own. One small stumble on a familiar floor can become a hip fracture. One weak step on the stairs can mean the difference between independence and dependence. This hidden enemy has a name, sarcopenia, and once it takes hold, even the simplest daily task can slip out of reach. Muscle loss does not have to be permanent. Studies from both Japan and the United States reveal that even in our later decades, the body still responds when given the right fuel. With the proper proteins, tired muscle fibers can repair themselves, grow stronger, and restore steadiness. And among the simplest, most concentrated sources of that strength are certain cheeses, foods that, when chosen with care, can reactivate the body's natural repair systems and keep independence alive. Every year, the body grows less responsive to protein, a change scientists call anabolic resistance. That means you can eat a full plate of food, yet your muscles may still continue to waste away. Miss the right foods at the right times, and the result can be devastating. Weaker legs, a sudden fall, a broken bone that may end independence forever. But if you keep watching, you will learn the exact 4 cheeses and the 2 timing habits that can flip the switch back on. Miss this next part, and you may miss the chance to stop that decline before it is too late. I am Dr. Suzuki Sato, Japan's oldest nutritionist, and for over a century I have witnessed how small dietary habits shape the arc of aging. Have you noticed changes in your own strength or balance? Share your experience below. It may help another. Now, let us begin our journey by understanding what truly happens to our muscles after 60 and why so many underestimate it. Most people believe weak muscles are just part of getting old. They accept it when lifting a bag of groceries feels heavier or when it takes 2 tries to stand from a chair. But this isn't only about age. Something very specific is happening inside the body, and once we understand it, we can take steps to slow it down, or even reverse some of it. The word for this hidden process is sarcopenia. That simply means loss of muscle. It does not happen overnight. It creeps in slowly, often beginning in our 60s. At first, you might notice stairs feel harder. Later, you might need the railing for balance. What's happening is that the muscles themselves are shrinking, and the body is not repairing them as well as before. Now here is the part worth listening to twice. Sarcopenia is not permanent damage. It is a process, and processes can be slowed down. In studies from both Japan and the United States, older adults who ate enough high-quality protein, foods that contain all the building blocks muscles need, were able to regain strength and walk more steadily. Some even improved their grip strength, which is closely linked to independence. This means that even in our 70s or 80s, muscle can still respond. Think about a neighbor or a friend who always says, "I am just too old to get stronger." That is a misunderstanding. What is really happening is that their muscles are waiting for the right signal. Without the right protein and without a little movement, the body stays in decline mode. But when the right foods arrive, cheeses rich in the nutrients muscles crave, combined with simple daily movements, the repair switch flips back on. Don't drift here. This is the turning point between steady decline and renewed strength. Each day, our bodies are either breaking down or building back up. The direction depends on the choices we make. Even small changes, repeated daily, tip the scale toward repair. One study in Japan followed older adults who ate dairy protein regularly. Those who kept this habit were able to walk faster and had more stable balance than those who avoided it. Another study in America showed similar results. Seniors who ate enough protein daily had less frailty and more independence. The message is the same on both sides of the world. Our bodies still respond when given the right materials. But here is the catch. Many seniors tell me, "I eat protein, but I still feel weak." The problem is not always the amount, it is often the timing and the quality. A small bite of protein here and there is not enough to trigger muscle repair. The body after 60 needs a stronger signal with a full serving of high-quality protein at once. Without that, the switch never turns fully on. Have you ever felt frustrated that you were eating well, yet your legs kept getting weaker? If so, share it in the comments. Your story may help someone else realize they are not alone and that there is a way forward. Stay with me, because in the next part, we will talk about one barrier that silently blocks progress for so many people. If we don't solve this, even the best foods, including the 4 cheeses I will reveal, won't be able to do their work. But once we remove it, your body will be ready to use every bite for strength. Before we talk about the 4 cheeses that can rebuild muscle, there is something even more important we must understand. If we skip this step, the cheeses will not work as well, no matter how much we eat. The barrier is this. Many older bodies struggle to use protein efficiently. Scientists call it anabolic resistance, but in simple terms, it means the body no longer listens to small amounts of protein the way it once did. Think of it like a radio signal. When you were younger, the volume was high and the muscles heard every note. Now, after 60, the volume is turned down. To get the message through, the signal needs to be louder. That louder signal comes from 2 things: eating enough high-quality protein in one sitting and giving the muscles a reason to listen, usually through movement. Pay close attention here, because this is the doorway that allows everything else to work. If you spread tiny bites of protein throughout the day, your muscles may not respond. But if you give your body one clear, strong serving, paired with even light activity, the switch turns on and repair begins. This is why a small sprinkle of cheese on toast won't do much, but a proper portion at the right time can make a visible difference. Another barrier is digestion. Many seniors worry about dairy because of lactose intolerance. This is a real concern, especially in Japan and among those with East Asian ancestry. But here's the hopeful part. Most aged cheeses like Parmesan and Swiss contain almost no lactose. The sugar is drained away during aging. Even those who usually avoid milk can often enjoy these cheeses without discomfort. Fresh cheeses like cottage cheese vary more, but even then, starting small and noticing how your body responds is often enough. Don't drift now, because here's a tip that could change the way you eat forever. Timing matters as much as the food itself. Research shows that protein eaten after gentle exercise or before the longest fast of the day, usually overnight, works best. That means if you walk a little or do a few sit-to-stands, then eat cheese, your muscles will use it more effectively. And if dinner was light, a small serving before bed can support muscle repair through the night. Have you ever noticed that some meals leave you feeling more energized and steady than others? It's not just in your head, it's your muscles responding to the timing and quality of the protein. Tell us in the comments what meal of the day makes you feel strongest. We learn from each other here. Now, one more barrier to clear: fear of salt and fat. Many seniors are told to watch their blood pressure or cholesterol. This is wise, but it doesn't mean cheese must be avoided. It means cheese must be chosen carefully. Swiss cheese tends to be lower in salt. Cottage cheese is available in low-sodium versions, and Parmesan, while salty, can be used in small amounts to add flavor without needing large portions. Fat content also varies. Low-fat versions exist for those who need them, while full fat can be helpful for seniors who struggle with unwanted weight loss. Here is the bottom line. Before we even discuss which cheeses are best, we must prepare the body to receive them. That means giving muscles a reason to respond with a little movement, choosing the right portion size, and not fearing dairy automatically. Once these barriers are cleared, the cheeses we are about to discuss can finally do their work. Stay with me now, because in just a moment I will reveal the 4 cheeses that research and practice suggest are especially powerful for seniors, and I will show you how to use them in a way that is safe, simple, and satisfying. Stay with me now, because this is the part you've been waiting for. The 4 cheeses that can help older bodies rebuild strength, protect balance, and keep independence longer. Each of these cheeses offers something slightly different. Together, they can become a set of simple tools you reach for every day. The first is cottage cheese. It is gentle, soft, and easy to eat, even for those who may have dental issues or smaller appetites. What makes cottage cheese special is its slow-digesting protein called casein. This protein keeps feeding your muscles for hours, making it perfect before bedtime. Imagine having half a cup in the evening. While you sleep, the protein is released slowly, helping your muscles repair and rebuild. Research has shown that a serving of cottage cheese before bed can improve overnight muscle recovery. If sodium is a concern, low-salt versions are available in most stores. The second is ricotta. Unlike cottage cheese, ricotta is made mostly from whey, the faster-digesting protein. This makes it ideal earlier in the day, especially in the morning or after a bit of activity. Stir a spoonful into warm oats, blend it into a soup, or spread it on soft bread. The whey protein helps your muscles get that quick wake-up signal they need after movement. And because ricotta is moist and mild, it is often well tolerated, even for those who find other cheeses too strong. Now pay close attention, because this next one may be the most powerful of all. Parmesan, hard, aged, and deeply flavorful. Parmesan is packed with protein and leucine, the amino acid that tells your body to switch on muscle building. Even a small sprinkle can make a big difference. Add a tablespoon over vegetables, soup, or rice, and you give your muscles a concentrated dose of what they need. Parmesan is naturally very low in lactose, which means many who avoid milk can still enjoy it. The caution is its saltiness, so measure it carefully and think of it as a seasoning, not the main course. The fourth is Swiss cheese. This is a steady friend for those who worry about sodium because it tends to be lower in salt than many other cheeses. It provides high-quality protein, calcium, and enough leucine to support muscle repair. A thin slice with fruit in the afternoon makes an excellent snack. In Japan, some people even melt small cubes into soup near the end of cooking, letting it soften without curdling. This way, it blends gently into traditional meals. Don't drift now, because the way you use these cheeses matters as much as the cheeses themselves. Remember, protein is most powerful when it arrives after a bit of activity or before the longest fast of the day. A short walk followed by ricotta at breakfast, or a light stretch followed by a sprinkle of parmesan at lunch, can be more effective than eating the same cheese at a random time. Have you tried any of these cheeses already? Which one do you enjoy most? Cottage cheese, ricotta, parmesan, or Swiss? Share it in the comments. Your idea might help someone else discover a new favorite that works for them. Here's the truth worth repeating. It's not about eating large amounts. It's about choosing the right kind, in the right portion, at the right time. These 4 cheeses, soft and fast, slow and steady, rich and concentrated, light and balanced, cover the needs of older muscles from morning to night. Stay with me because in the next part we will fine-tune this plan. Not everyone can eat all cheeses freely. Medications, blood pressure, kidney health, and lactose tolerance all play a role. In a moment, we will go through the exceptions and the safe swaps, so no one feels left out. Now that we know the 4 cheeses, it is time to slow down and talk about the details that make this safe and effective for everyone. Because the truth is, not every body is the same. What helps one person may cause problems for another. If we do not address these differences, even the best advice can miss its mark. Let us begin with sodium, because many seniors are asked to watch their salt intake. Cheese, especially aged varieties like Parmesan, can be salty. But this does not mean you must avoid it altogether. It means you must use it with intention. Think of Parmesan as a seasoning. 1 tablespoon over vegetables can provide flavor and protein without adding too much sodium. Swiss cheese naturally contains less salt than many others, making it a safer daily choice. And cottage cheese often comes in low-sodium versions, which taste mild but still provide the slow-digesting protein your muscles need. By choosing wisely, you can enjoy cheese without pushing blood pressure too high. Another concern is kidney health. For those with kidney disease, protein must be managed carefully. Too much protein can strain the kidneys. If this applies to you, do not increase protein on your own. Work with your doctor or dietitian to find the right balance. Sometimes, smaller servings of cheese combined with other gentle proteins like tofu or fish are the safest path. Now pay close attention here because this next point could make the difference between comfort and discomfort. Lactose intolerance is common, especially in Japan and among many Asian communities. But aged cheeses, Parmesan, Swiss, and similar types, contain almost no lactose. Most people who cannot drink milk can still tolerate these cheeses. Fresh cheeses like ricotta and cottage cheese have more, but portion size matters. Start with small amounts. Eat them with other foods rather than on an empty stomach. Notice how your body responds. This way, you do not miss out on the benefits just because of fear. There is one more exception that few people talk about, but it is critical. If you take certain older types of antidepressants called MAOIs, aged cheeses may not be safe because of their tyramine content, which can interact with the medication and raise blood pressure dangerously. If this applies to you, your doctor has likely given you a list of foods to avoid. Follow that list carefully, and remember, you can still get high-quality protein from other sources such as soy, eggs, or fish. Don't drift here, because this is where confidence grows. When you understand your own needs and limits, you can use cheese as a tool instead of fearing it. Food should be a source of support, not worry. Let me share a short story. One woman in her late 70s felt weaker each month. She feared cheese because she thought it would upset her stomach and raise her blood pressure. After a careful talk with her doctor, she began with a single thin slice of Swiss alongside an apple each afternoon. She noticed no discomfort, and over the weeks, her legs began to feel steadier on the stairs. Later, she added a spoon of ricotta at breakfast a few times a week. Small, safe steps gave her confidence, and the body responded. Have you found a way to enjoy cheese that fits your health needs? Maybe a low-salt version or a smaller portion that still satisfies? Share your tips in the comments. They may guide someone else who faces the same concerns. Stay with me because in the next part we will put everything together. You will see exactly how to use these cheeses across a normal day, in the morning, afternoon, and evening without confusion. This Today plan is simple, practical, and ready for you to begin immediately. We have talked about what sarcopenia is, the barriers that hold us back, and the 4 cheeses that can support muscle health. Now let us bring it all together into something you can actually use, an easy rhythm for the day. This is not about perfection. It is about simple steps that add up over time. Imagine beginning your morning by gently waking your muscles. A few slow sit-to-stands from a sturdy chair, or even lifting your arms overhead while seated is enough to tell your body, we are ready for the day. Within an hour, follow that movement with a breakfast that contains high-quality protein. This could be a warm bowl of oats stirred with ricotta, giving your muscles that quick wake-up signal. Or, if you prefer a Japanese table, you might enjoy rice and miso soup with tofu, followed by a few spoonfuls of cottage cheese if it suits you. Pay close attention here because this is the hinge that makes the rest of the day work. The first protein of the morning sets the tone. Skip it and your body may spend hours in breakdown mode. Feed it and you switch on repair. As the day moves on, think of lunch as your chance to give muscles another clear message. Add a sprinkle of Parmesan over vegetables, soup, or rice. It is not about large amounts. A tablespoon or 2 can provide flavor and leucine, the amino acid that activates muscle repair. Remember, Parmesan is strong, so a little goes a long way. In the afternoon, when energy dips, resist the urge to rely only on tea or sweets. Instead, try a thin slice of Swiss cheese with fruit, such as an apple or pear. This gentle pairing balances blood sugar and provides steady protein, helping you arrive at dinner with more energy. In Japan, some even melt a cube of Swiss into vegetable miso soup at the end of cooking. It softens smoothly and blends into the meal. Don't drift here, because the evening is when many seniors miss their best opportunity for muscle repair. If dinner is light or eaten early, the body may go too long without protein. That is where cottage cheese shines. Having half a cup before bed provides slow, steady protein that supports muscles through the night. Think of it as your night repair. Research shows that this simple habit can improve muscle recovery while you sleep. Have you ever noticed that on mornings after a lighter dinner, your body feels weaker? Adding that evening portion can make a remarkable difference. Tell us in the comments if you've tried eating protein before bed and how it affected you. Your story could guide someone else toward better rest and stronger mornings. Here is the key message to remember. You do not need large meals, complicated recipes, or expensive supplements. You only need to place the right foods in the right moments. A quick signal in the morning, a boost at lunch, a steady snack in the afternoon, and a gentle repair at night. Each piece supports the next, like links in a chain. Stay with me just a little longer, because we are about to close this journey. In the final part, I will ask you to choose just one small action to begin with this week. That single choice may set you on a path to stronger muscles and more independence for years to come. Today we faced a truth many prefer to ignore. After 60, our muscles quietly weaken and sarcopenia threatens independence. But we also uncovered hope. We learned that decline is not fixed. With the right foods, chosen carefully and timed wisely, older muscles can still respond. We discovered that 4 cheeses, cottage cheese, ricotta, Parmesan, and Swiss, each bring unique strengths. Cottage cheese supports steady repair through the night. Ricotta delivers a quick signal in the morning or after activity. Parmesan provides concentrated power in small sprinkles. Swiss offers steady protein with less salt, fitting comfortably into daily life. And when used together, they form a rhythm of nourishment from dawn to bedtime. Don't drift here, because this is the hinge that ties everything together. The secret is not just the food, it is the timing and the consistency. A strong start in the morning, steady fuel at midday, balance in the afternoon, and repair before bed. That rhythm keeps muscles listening and responding. Now, I want to hear from you. Which small step will you take first? Will you try a spoon of ricotta at breakfast, a sprinkle of Parmesan at lunch, or a cup of cottage cheese before sleep? Share your choice in the comments. We read every word, and your decision may inspire someone else to begin. Remember, strength is not built in a day. It is built in small, repeated moments, compounded across months and years. Each serving, each movement, is a step away from frailty and toward freedom. So here is the closing thought. Eat not only for taste, but for the strength to rise, walk, and live fully. Let us keep walking this path together, stronger tomorrow than we are today.